Several periods of intensely windy weather are on the way for southern Australia as strong cold fronts move through this week. We already have a number of severe weather warnings current for damaging winds, including for parts of southwest Western Australia, Tasmania and Victoria. Let's take a closer look at the Western Australia warning first of all. Now, it covers coastal and inland parts of the southwest, including Albany and Margaret River. We're likely to see winds increasing throughout the Southwest Land Division through the course of today, but winds will be most intense and possibly damaging through this warning area here. The front will move through during today and we'll see winds easing back tomorrow in the wake of that system, but we may still see some isolated damaging gusts all the way out till tomorrow afternoon. Moving on to the southeast now, our warnings cover the entire state of Tasmania as well as much of Victoria, and it's possible over the next day or so we'll see those warning areas extended into parts of southeast South Australia and southeast New South Wales as well. Now, in these southeastern warning areas, winds are likely to increase from tomorrow morning as that cold front approaches. They'll peak later in the day as the system moves through, but continue overnight into Wednesday morning for some areas. Winds are likely to be most intense through parts of Tasmania. We may see destructive wind gusts up to 125 kilometres an hour about elevated parts of the state and along parts of the east coast. Those destructive winds are possible from late morning tomorrow, with that high-end risk easing back tomorrow night. We will still see gusty to damaging winds continuing all the way into Wednesday across Tasmania, though it will be a very windy week ahead. Now, damaging winds can easily bring down trees or tree branches, potentially leading to property damage or damage to power lines. We may see some power outages over the next few days too, particularly for the southeast where those winds are likely to be most intense. Additionally, dangerous driving conditions are likely as winds throw debris across the roads and potentially generate dangerous crosswinds. Now, we've just focused on Monday to Wednesday at this point, where our warnings are covering winds at the moment. But the second half of the week is also going to see some windy fronts moving through as well, with further warnings quite possible. Let's take a look at it all now. Here's our first front approaching Western Australia today, with the winds flaring up across southern parts of the state. As it moves across the bight, we see the winds increasing through the southeastern states, and even once the systems pass through, we can see some strong wind gusts through parts of the southeast. We get a bit of a break after this system has moved through, but the next stronger front approaches on Thursday, moving across the bight and towards the southeast by the end of the week. Again, it's a good idea to keep a close eye on the Bureau's warnings page for warnings issued at that later part of the week. Now, you may be asking yourself whether any rainfall is expected with these fronts this week. Well, the answer is generally low rainfall totals are expected, with patchier showers and possible isolated thunderstorms. The one exception is through Tasmania, where we're likely to see heavier falls, particularly across western and northern parts of the state. Accumulations may reach 100 to 300 millimetres over the next 7 days or so, and flood watches are likely to go out later today. So a few fronts moving through this week, triggering severe weather warnings for damaging winds. Stay on top of those as the week progresses via the Bureau's website or the BOM social media. Stay safe and we'll catch you in the next update.